Okay, so what led me to even do this was all the deconstructionists, people who have these a bone to pick with the church, an axe to grind, etc. They are posting on Instagram, and they're so there's this litany of my problems with white evangelicals. Okay, and so I start to look at okay, justice issues, of course, women's issues, this patriarchal, okay. Nationalists. I'm going Christian nationalist.
Yeah, where does that word come from?
Yeah,
totally. Like, what does that mean? And so I began to ask everybody what it meant, and nobody would respond to me. And I think literally, I DM'd like people that I would never ask, like because I was just trying to get a straight answer. And then I found out that there was a book that had come out, and in the book, I can't remember the book right now. I think it's Taking America Back for God, I think is the name of the book. Mm-hmm. And they basically, it's a caricature of white.
Right.
And in the book, they define, hey, we called 1,500 conservatives and we asked them these 20 questions. And then, this is how they answered. And so, they were xenophobic and they were nativist. And so it's kind of this drop down thing. And so what I wanted to do, and then people started to just throw the word nationalist around, right. You're a nationalist and nationalists are problematic. And so it brought up this whole thing. So my thought was, man, why don't we talk about the role of Christianism in politics and what nationalism actually is. And then at the end of it, we'll address the caricature that this book has created around white evangelicals. And if some of these things are true and if they're not, et cetera. So basically, so in this class, I talked about the gift of democracy, and where do morals come from? Like morals come from this is what Christians believe. Christians literally believe that morality comes from God, and we believe that so all morality is transcendent, and because legislation or politics had to do with people, that's what politics are about, and legislation is about people, and thus making it moral. Like all legislation is moral. Should we attack this country? Should we borrow this much money? Should we create this law for children to learn about sexuality? Or should we create this law for, to tax poor people this way or rich people that way? This is all moral, okay? Mm-hmm. Because we believe that morality is transcendent, then we believe that legislation is moral, and thus we have a responsibility to be moral people in the countries that we live in.